What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in case you missed this or were sleeping under a rock over the weekend, Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail got some updates. The next expansion called Dawntrail coming out in summer 2024 got some huge updates over the weekend at PAX East. Yoshi P was there to talk about it, and it was such a blast. I have a reaction video to the presentation on my YouTube if you want to go check that out. But yeah, I want to get into details about that. I'm excited for this. Pre-orders go live on Tuesday, or should have been already live by the time this video goes up. So Tuesday, the 26th of March, right? And there's going to be a collector's digital edition as well as standard. So I'm getting more details about that in a bit. But I'm personally excited for this. It is my favorite MMO. You know, I love Final Fantasy series, and 14, there's so much stuff to do. You know, it is a subscription. You know, $15 a month paid subscription MMO, you know, and it's a live service game to an extent, but I feel like it's one of those that does things right and overall in a sense where it's not really like predatory with the microtransactions and live servicey stuff. It's more just like they give you a great amount of content to do even after you've done the main story stuff for the expansions. There's still more to do. It's still more stuff to unlock, you know. A lot of people treat the end game as like fashion stuff, you know, and like a lot of these type of RPGs, stuff like that, multiplayer stuff. Like Monster Hunter was the same thing, where a big portion of end game was fashion. So you got that, getting new mounts and, you know, minions and other cool stuff, you know, weapons, things like that, all earnable in the game. So, but yeah, let me get back to the topic at hand. Dawntrail finally has a release date. And Yoshi P was talking about the journey over the past decade of the critically acclaimed MMORPG FF14, along with details about some new ideas the team has for the future, and a long-awaited date we'll finally get to head off into the next adventure. Which, you know, jokingly in a sense, I mean, Yoshi P addressed this, you can thank Elden Ring for. And Yoshi P was having fun with this too, because he was jokingly giving fans like basically 1 week. He's given us 1 week because he knows that, you know, the Shout Retreat drops June 21st. He talks about how the publisher Square Enix had hoped to release the early access a week early of the game, but Elden Ring DLC. Yoshi P at the event like joked further, saying, you know, we figured everybody would be interested in playing the Elden Ring DLC. He then held up one finger declaring, I'll give you 1 week. So freaking awesome of him. Like, he gets it, you know. He's a gamer, he's a nerd, he's in, you know, in with the injuries like that. So it's like and plus he wants to be respectful enough to like let other games, you know, succeed, but also pay just like, hey, we need to be successful too in our own right. He goes, say, so I'll give you 1 week to enjoy Elden Ring DLC and then go into your summer vacation in Dawntrail. Sorry. Just want to make it clear, it's not because I want to play Elden Ring DLC and then play Dawntrail, although I am looking forward to it. Let's be real. All right, that's what he said there, right? Let's be real. I think he really wants to play Shout Retreat just like a lot of us do. So he at least wants to play some of it before Dawntrail starts up. And I think that's great of him because, I mean, the fact he likes other games, not just F14 and like, you know, Final Fantasy games and whatnot, it's like he likes to play other games like Elden Ring, etc. is amazing. So, as I mentioned earlier, pre-orders start Tuesday, March 26th. And as a pre-order bonus, you'll get both a wind-up Zidane minion from Final Fantasy IX and a pair of Asimus earrings for signing up. And much like the Minfina earrings from Endwalker, these will scale with your stats and give you an experience boost up to level 90, which then, you know, makes it even more confirmed that when it comes to Viper and Pictomancer in the Dawntrail expansion, you're going to start at level 80 and then work your way up to 90 using the earrings if you get the spirit bonus, and eventually work your way up to level 100. These earrings will allow you to let you catch up all your jobs to the starting level for Dawntrail, which is awesome. Another cool thing too, if you do pre-order this, you know, before Dawntrail like even comes out, after confirming your pre-order, you'll get these items in game as soon as possible. Like after you confirm your pre-order, it's freaking amazing. I mean, you'll be able to use the earrings to level up ahead of the expansion's arrival. We also get a look at the in-game items included in the FF14 Dawntrail Collector's Edition. There's an arc mount, the ship-like summon from FF9, along with a wind-up Garnet minion also FF9, and a special chocobo brush for the new F14 Pictomancer job arriving in Dawntrail. Yoshida remarks on how many of these items are related to Final Fantasy IX, but says the reason for this remains a secret for now. Alongside this news, Yoshida confirms that the Final Fantasy 16 crossover event will run in F14, that is, from Tuesday, April 2nd to Wednesday, May 8th. He notes that the story of the event is focused on the early game of Final Fantasy 16, remarking that he wouldn't want to spoil any big moments for players awaiting the PC version of Final Fantasy 16. During the panel, Yoshida also says he wants to bring refined multiplayer gameplay and more large-scale duties in Dawntrail and beyond. We're not neglecting the smaller scale or solo content such as varying dungeons, he adds, noting that these will continue to appear. The team is also looking at increasing the amount of rewards players get, estimating roughly a 50% boost by around patch 7.3. And that is huge, guys. In terms of the amount of rewards you get, going up by 50%. And that's massive, dude. Holy hell. Another emphasis Yoshida places on future content is that of a more fulfilling gaming experience. He says that content can often feel a little familiar, with a lot of mechanics being repeated across different dungeons and fights. He says players might be worried to hear this. Oh no, Yoshida is going to make everything difficult again. He explains that the team is looking more at offering increased variety rather than simply ramping up the challenge. And then Yoshi P closes as always by thanking all the warriors of light that have continued to play and support the game since its launch. We will continue to strive forward for the next 10, 20 years until the day I die. Basically, he concludes with a smile. So yeah, this man, I don't want him to die. I don't. I want him to keep living, keep, being the freaking savior of this game and just being such a beacon of light for many of us in the, community that play Final Fantasy 14 and just, a great individual in the gaming industry overall, who can set the example of how you should do MMOs and just games in general, whatnot, that, shows that he listens to the audience, because he does. He cares. He cares about the game. He cares about the community. He listens to the feedback of the community, and also he's taking some stuff that he knows too, where it's like, because I was watching during the presentation where he was talking about how, like, the hitbox, for example, and how that works. It's like that in the game mechanics. The combat can feel kind of like repetitive and like make you feel tired after a while and want to fall asleep. So it's like he's trying to improve that as well, along with other mechanics, so they're not always repeatable, not just like not engaging, enough anymore. Like he wants this to, keep evolving, keep being engaging, keep players' attention, things like that. And that makes sense because, let's be real. Nowadays, you got a lot of people that have short attention spans, for different factors. You got people that have real, health issues like ADHD and things like that or similar. So it's like, it's hard for some of those people who have that to stay engaged with like an MMO this scale and things like that. So if you have things in the game mechanic wise, that will keep players' attention, that's even better. Like that's going to help with player retention and just player engagement and overall the joy of the game, the fun of the game. I said this before, in many times, like I'm the type of person that cares more about gameplay mechanics than graphics and a lot of other things too, right? But when it comes to the story, I do care about story. Like if it has a good story as well, if it's supposed to have a good story, yeah, I care about story elements too. Final Fantasy 14, with all the expansions combined from Reborn like that, has an overall amazing story, great story arcs, great characters, things like that, and the gameplay is just top notch when it comes to MMOs, in my opinion. So that's going to wrap up for this video. Like I said, so this game is going to be coming, this expansion has a release date for July 2nd, with early access kicking off June 28th for those who pre-order. I'm going to get both of this. I plan to get the Dawntrail expansion. I plan to get Shadow Erdtree. I'm going to try and get the digital collector's edition, which includes like the ARP mount, wind-up Garnet Minion, Chocobo Brush, as I talked about before. I've never gotten any of the collector's digital editions, but I think this would be good. Also, this has, influenced me more to play FF9. Like, I've never played and beaten Final Fantasy 9, and I think leading up to Dawntrail, I need to make time to play Final Fantasy 9. I still got Rebirth I got to finish up. I still got Dragon's Dogma 2 as well. that I'm gonna need to get done soon. Star Blade drops here next, like late April. So I still got time, I got a few months, but yeah, I know Final Fantasy 9 shouldn't be super long to go through. I should be able to get that taken care of, but so much good stuff, guys. We are eating good as gamers. We're spoiled, things like that. So a lot of great stuff to look forward to in the next few months alone with Dawntrail, with Shadow Erdtree, and other games coming out in general. Hope this was helpful to you guys. Hope you really enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like and let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on about this. Are you going to pre-order Dawntrail? Have you already pre-ordered it by the time this video goes up? Things like that. What are you looking forward to the most in Dawntrail? My name's Mike. Thanks for watching.